Hello, Thomas Cadman here. On this project, I was the coder, so I'm going to take you through a bit of the code that I've done for this game. Starting off at the lighting system that I've put in this game. I wanted to have like a spotlight that would follow the character around, but I didn't get to the point of following around, so I just made it rotate, and whenever it would come across the character, I would make it turn red. Going on to the code now. The way I did it was the rotation bit. I initially had a rotating movement, I believe, and then I learned from my peers that a timeline would be better suited for the situation that I tried to, the situation that I needed. So, in turn, I used the timeline, and that was way better for what I needed it to do. So the way I set it was like every time that I would have a collision box at the end of the light source, and every time it would cross that of the character, it would change the light also and set the character speed to 200, I believe. That would slow the character down, making it less harder, and when you're in the light source, and it would turn red also. And this also, if you're in it for too long, I'm pretty sure 5 seconds or 4 seconds, 0.2, it would kill you or end the game. Going on to other things in the game. Going on to the story counterparts of this game, I wanted to have like little notes you can read throughout the game that would add more story. The way that I did this was I made a page in Photoshop that I colored brown, and that I could just use as an asset around the map, and then I would add a light so it's more easily recognizable in the level, and then I would go on to then make a trigger box within the level, so I could then make a widget that would pop up on the screen, and then it would read the page. So the way I did it initially was all in the blueprint, and this would not allow me to have multiple notes around the level. It would always fail. So in turn, I found one tutorial that said how to read notes, and they did it in the level blueprint. So this in turn made me try it in a level, and it worked perfectly. The only thing that I can't do is have multiple things that I only have to write a different thing on the blueprint. So I would have to write multiple widgets for the game, which is not too bad, I think. Testing, it works perfectly fine. Going into other things that I have for the game. A big thing of this game would be the AI that I created. So the AI I created would be a roaming AI that would... No, other way around. It would be a patrolling AI that would turn into a roaming AI when it spots you. For this, I did find a tutorial that I did follow, but the things I've added, I did on my own capability. So the AI, the tutorial I followed was getting the character up to a patrolling, and then on, it would spot you, and then all this is done through pawn sensing, AI sensing, so it would give the character a sight initially. So whenever it sees the character, it would follow the character, and I will go through the blueprints, but I don't think I'm going to go and express the detail in this, because it's all terminology and it's all confusing as hell. A capability that I added to the enemy character, would be the zap function. This only stuns the character for a little bit, then it goes straight into the normal AI. So whenever you get to the back of the character, you can press E and it pauses them for a little bit, and then you can run away. This is difficult because the character is very fast and you have to maneuver yourself around him. It's all AI, all works that level. Another thing I added was another behavior tree that would act when a different thing that was whenever he sees him, he would change the light, and this is another indication of telling you when the character is targeted. A bunch of things that I added for the level would be health and a UI system. A lot of things that I edited were on the first person character. Another thing that I want to mention would be the menus that I've created. Pause, main, quit, win. These were menus I created, basic menus. There's nothing to them. There's just win, lose, and then pause, main. The only one I added a bit of flair to would be the start menu, because you've got to have flair, haven't you? I'm pretty sure that's me done. Wagwan.